Hello and welcome to my little YouTube channel, my Danish YouTube channel. Hello and welcome to maybe day 61 or 62 of my YouTube journey. So what I've realized these last couple of hours, the things that are good for you feels good for you. True abundance feels good for you. True connection feels good for you. It's not this, because we have a picture in our mind of what it might look like, or others are just broadcasting some kind of ideal, and you think that that's the way you need to connect to other people, or the way you need to live, or the way you need to be abundant. But love doesn't care about constructed relationship ideas or boundaries, and abundance doesn't care about whether it shows up through a lot of money in your bank account and you being able to control everything, or the surrendering to receiving in every moment. I enjoy being a foreigner, even if it's just from southern Sweden to Denmark. Like, travel across the bridge for less than 40 minutes and you're in another country. It's enough for me to be, because otherwise being a foreigner in your own country and then just feeling like this is supposed to be my culture, but I'm not feeling it. When you are abroad, you're not affected by you're more open-minded, people are more open-minded towards you. Growing up, because I was one of the few kids that didn't have blonde hair or blue eyes, and that was kind of also got tanned easily and was quiet. People often asked me, okay, can you speak Swedish? Do you speak Swedish? And they would ask me this very gently, but it was always okay. I was the one, I was the odd one out. And because I'm half Icelandic, I visited Iceland, and coming there, it's the same thing. People just speak English with me immediately. So I don't get to practice my Icelandic very much there. It doesn't matter in Denmark, for instance. Okay, and this is the main part that I love about ending up in a random little garden in Germany. It's that my son has freedom here. There's nothing to break, no fancy floors. There's not a bunch of like fancy gravel that you can kind of accidentally spread onto the lawn. Just stuff like that. There's harmony without enforced order. Because some people's places can be chaotic and messy and dirty, and that's not the same thing as just harmony and freedom. So I'm probably just also sensing my kids' freedom. I can relax a little bit more. It's more adapted to kids or humans. There's also a Danish way of raising kids that I've heard about. I just don't remember what it was about, but I think it had to do with just being quite gentle with your child, or knowing which stage of development they are in. But I'm not entirely sure, because I don't remember reading much about it. I think it was similar to gentle parenting. Being lucky and privileged, it isn't also, it's not what we believe, what we've been fed. The image that we've been fed with is not luck and privilege, what that actually looks like. For example, you're very lucky if you've discovered human design. I am exceedingly lucky, because I had, like, for 6 years, every second year, a fellow projector came up to me and asked me if I was a projector. And the last time that someone asked me, I just finally just dove deep into it. But that was my luck, to go deep into that. And it means that I've had my 7 years of deconditioning already. It's either, there's a belief in human design that it's very few people that even have access to it. So then it's not as easy to have access to knowing yourself. And yourself is really all that you want when you're striving for something. All that you want is you. You think you see it in another person or a situation or object, but it's always just you that you want to get closer to. And you want to know yourself. Like, paradoxically, for a projector, it kind of means that you want to stop focusing on yourself. Because focusing on yourself and what you want, or what you think is right as a projector, it usually just goes like, it explodes in your face. You become very bitter from that. But knowing yourself is a different thing. Another thing is we think that abundance is having a lot of money, but sometimes money in your life will become restricted, so that you learn to feel abundant anyway. You feel abundant in every little crevice of your existence. You feel it in every moment. And for me, the more I've aligned with abundance and gratitude, eventually I just came to a wish in my heart, which was to just not have so much money, to not think about it, to just be and that's kind of, it's such a hidden, sneaky little thing, little way to be lucky. Because I've seen plenty of people with a lot of money, they just like literal, just in high positions, or medium high, or just very capable of generating wealth, and like this entrepreneur spirit. And I've seen that it's there's a certain pressure within it, and a certain like warp or distortion that if you're not careful, you will be entrapped by it. And you will end up in different situations pertaining to abundance that will make you feel less abundant, even if you technically have more money and you technically can solve a lot more problems with money on the surface. For example, having a lot of money means that you might feel less trusting towards people around you, because you feel like they are just they are friends with you, or they, because of your money, or they don't actually like you. You just don't know for sure when there's this unevenness of wealth. I've also seen people solve situations with money and then not having a certain path of development that they otherwise would have. Physically, I also see people, like if you have a car and you drive a lot, it becomes very easy to miss out on exercise or fresh air. But on the other hand, you can also drive to places that will nourish you, and I'm not trying to talk down on striving for money or having a car or any of these things. I'm just trying to bring a perspective of that all good things come to you. All good things are here, and you are abundant. And sometimes the abundance of meaningful connections and love come about from just truly knowing that the people in your life, they want you for just the frequency that you bring. And you learn to be kind of flexible and it's a type of discipline, kind of a type of awareness, because you're on your feet all the time. It's actually not scarcity, it is abundance. So yeah, thank you. It's also funny that I have my heart coherence, when I measured it today, and I haven't done it much lately, like this heart math thing. It's unusually low, but I feel unusually good. So that's with the non-duality shit. It's always this strange paradox that when I was reaching my highest heart coherence scores, I was not in a good place, and suddenly I have lower scores, and I'm talking about feeling abundant. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.